Seriously? Good morning. Late. Yeah, it's Sandy, and this is now Morning Coffee with Sandy. Although I already started once and on Facebook. I went to Facebook and apparently I was out of Facebook jail and it started and then all of a sudden it went blank and it said, "Oh yeah, you are not on Facebook." Right. We took you off completely. There was some suspicious stuff going on and we had to close your account. We had to lock your account. So I have no access to Facebook at all, not to my account, not to our group account. I can't even use my portal because they have changed my password now. I don't even know what to do. I'm very frustrated with Facebook, my friends. Very frustrated. But Ginny, you found me. Did you get a message from me, Ginny, telling you that I was stuck once again in Facebook hell, and here I am on YouTube again? I'm Don't get me wrong. YouTube is very easy to use. It's just hard for people to find us. You didn't get an email. Oh, okay. Steven, you ended up here too. Good. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It says it looks like your account was disconnected. Did you get to see the beginning of it though? And Lauren, you found me here too. Okay, no more complaints. We're all here. That's all. It's good times. So I was not supposed to be here this morning. I was supposed to be staying over to friends in San Diego, right? But we finished dinner in Pacific Beach like at 8:30. And although we were invited to come back to our host's home to party, I said, "You know what? It's 8:30. I could be home by midnight if I leave now." So I dropped my friend Jeff off and I drove home. Yeah, it was late. I did have a book to listen to, but I didn't even listen to my book. You know what I did? I listened to 60s music all the way home. There is nothing that puts me in a better mood than 60s music with an occasional 70s hit thrown in. You know what I mean? I just loud. Yeah. That to me is I love driving, but I don't want to create a new account on Facebook. I'm going to play with it later. I'm not happy with Facebook. I'm not. I don't want to go through. I don't even know what happens to what do I say, what do I do? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I had a great day yesterday. That's what I want to tell you. I had an absolutely great day. I did get stuck in some traffic, but it was very strange. There are two different ways to get from this desert down to the San Diego area. One is to go around, and it takes to get to Escondido, which is where I stopped first, takes about 2.25 hours. And you have to go down to Riverside and across Riverside and through Menifee and a bunch of other little towns, and then you get to Escondido. Or taking almost exactly the same amount of time and only being the difference of maybe a mile or two. I'm using my Ginny mug today. Thank you, Ginny. I love this mug. Like, seriously, is it not the cutest mug in the whole wide world? And it's just like a coffee pot as it keeps my coffee nice and hot. Anyway, the second way to go is over the mountains. Yeah, we have mountains here. So it's Route 74, and it literally goes like this through the mountains. Yeah, there's some hairpin turns, and it's very exciting. It's a little bit scary for drivers like me who are not all that brave to begin with, but it's so beautiful. I think there's a doggy war going on down here. What is going on? The, the kids are fighting again. The kids are always fighting. What can I say? Anyway, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. You feel like you're right in the middle of a Western movie, like that. You can't, this one's for you, Stephen. You can't not be joyful as you're driving through there. Yeah, you just can't because it's so amazing. And there's pullouts. So if there's somebody behind you who doesn't like that you're not driving all that quickly, it's okay. You can pull out and they'll go around you. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Once when I went through there, I saw some coyotes crossing the road. That was pretty cool. And a lot of times I'll just, I'll see rodents and big birds. I've never seen a snake up there, but they probably have them. Hey guys, we're trying to do a thing here. They don't really care. Anyway, I trimmed my bangs all by myself yesterday. I think they came out good. I like them. Anyway, moving right along, I can see me, but I can't see you. Oh, how I wish I could see you too. We should do this on Zoom sometime. Yeah, that'd be fun. Can you record on Zoom and then put it up on our Facebook page? I don't know. Anyway, it was great. It was just a beautiful, beautiful ride. But there in the middle of the mountains, where there's, like 4 cars would be a lot of traffic on that road. All of a sudden, it's backed up. And I look at Waze and it says, yeah, 15-minute delay. And then it took me not through Hemet, but through some back roads to get to Escondido. So it took me like almost 3 hours for a trip that should have been 2 or 2 and a quarter, something like that. But a lot of good music. Turn it up, open the windows, let them rock. And then I got to see an old friend, and that was awesome. Night before last, we went to a friend's house for dinner, and we had Spanish food. I mentioned that some kind of from Galicia, which is northern Spain. And as coincidence would have it, the restaurant we went to last night was a Spanish tapas restaurant. Tapas are like little plates. It's like a ton of apps. The food was amazing. It was amazing. So I had Spanish food 2 days in a row. Now makes me want to go to Barcelona. Yes, it does. Record, yes. Post, no. Privacy issues. Well, of course. Thank you, Stephen. Because if you can't post, what would be, like I want everybody who doesn't wake up as early as we do to be able to have coffee with us. It's International Day of the Artiste. So let the artist in you blossom. Yeah, it's that kind of day. It's also punk for a day. Can you be a punk for a day? I don't know. What would you do to be a punk? Would that be like putting, like nails through your ears and stuff like that? Is that punk? No, I don't know. I remember punk was something you used to smoke. When my dad was a kid anyway, he told me about it, about smoke and pump. Punk. Yeah. It's World Opera Day. So I guess that would be okay because I'm not breaking any copyrights by just singing whatever I say. Ooh. Yeah, not so pretty, huh? Okay, I promise, Stephen, no more of that. It's World Pasta Day. So if you're wondering what to have for dinner tonight, now you know. Pasta. Oh, come on. Who doesn't like pasta? And even if you're gluten-free, nowadays, there's so many choices of gluten-free pasta. Yeah, pasta. Happy birthdays. Carrie Elways. You know who he is? He reminds me so much of my friend Peter. Peter, if you're watching, you're him. He's you. I know you two are the same person. I know you are because I have never seen you two together. That's how I know you're the same person. Anyway, he's the guy who was in Princess Bride and Robin Hood Men in Tights. 2 great movies. I mean, like if you just want to be cheered up, ba-bam. That's it. Those are 2 good movies. Hey, I didn't realize she was so old. I mean, she's not around anymore, I guess. I don't know when she died, but 1912, Minnie Pearl from the Grand Ole Opry. Howdy! Remember her? She's the one who wore the hat, and she always had the price tag that said $1.99 hanging from her hat. Howdy! She was a comedian and a singer, I guess, at the Grand Ole Opry. Woohoo! Helen Reddy's birthday. Helen Reddy. She had quite a few. She had a #1 song with. I listened to it this morning, and I sort of remembered it, but it was not my favorite. But it was a number. This is another one of those cases. Her song was Angie Baby. It was a #1 song. Cher turned it down. Bam, share. You could add another number one with that one. Yeah. Helen Reddy also had a number one in 1972 with I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar, and numbers too loud to ignore. I'm not singing a song. I'm just saying I am a woman. Hear me roar. Yeah. No copyrights involved. That's just who I am. Right. Yes. Delta Dawn. What's that flower you have on? Smells kind of like a rose. Oh, maybe a faded rose from days gone by? I don't know. Oh, yes. I Am Woman, Delta Dawn, and Minnie was awesome. We all agree on that. She was. Okay, can we, I told you it's October, so I want to do a little Halloween stuff every day if I can. The movie Halloween came out on this day in 1978. Jamie Lee Curtis was not well known at the time, but she was really hot after this independent film. Here's the cool thing about it. It was an independent film, meaning it wasn't done by one of the big film production businesses, whatever you call them, houses. It cost $300,000 to do the movie Halloween. And in their first release, they took in 65 million. How's that for a good return on your money? Yeah. Okay, Lauren, I am totally, totally with you on no horror films. But I have to be honest with you. When I was younger, a lot younger, I loved horror movies. I did. Back in the day, here we go again. Okay, this is like Stephen for your vintage Facebook page. Back in the day, I'm thinking it was probably about 1950. I wonder if I wrote down what year it came out. I didn't. Like 1958, maybe 59. No, I'm thinking 58. My brother and I, because back in those days it was a different time. I was only like 10 and 9 and he was like 12 or 11. We could get on a bus and go somewhere ourselves. We were fine. You felt safe. Our parents let us go. It was like, okay. So we used to go to Evanston to go to the movies because they had some really good theaters there. And my parents would give us each 50 cents. That was enough to get into the movie, get popcorn and a Coke, and pay for the bus. Yeah, seriously. Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. Anyway, we loved horror movies. And oddly enough, today is also Vincent Price's birthday. And he was the star of almost all my favorite horror movies. He was Batman. He was in Batman. He was I forget the character he played, but he was in the Batman TV show. He was also in that. He was in The House of Wax. That was really scary. The House of Wax. But my favorite movie, my favorite horror movie, because it scared me. I still think about it all these years later, like 60 years later, and I'm still thinking about it, was Horrors of the Black Museum. Oh, he was in The Fly, too. That was also ooh. Horrors of the Black Museum. I remember in the opening scene, in the opening of the movie, this gives you an idea of how scary the whole movie was. A guy walks over to the window, picks up a pair of binoculars, goes like this to look out the window. They do a side view. You see two spikes come out of a spike come out of each eye. Bam! Hits him in the eyes. He falls over and the movie begins. Yeah. Horrors of the Black Museum. Wait, comments. I see so many comments. What's going on here? House on Haunted Hill. Ooh. Another birthday. Ginny's baby is going to be 38 on the 27th. I love birthdays. I have my son's birthday is on the 27th, but of January. Yeah. The Joker. He was the Joker. Really? Yeah, he could have been. Oh, hi, Indy. Indy's out shopping this morning. I didn't know you could tune in while you were shopping. No, you're right. The Joker was Cesar Romero. Vincent Price was Egghead. You got it. But, yep. I was gonna go bam again, but I do that all the time. I need to like slow down on the bam, right? Thank you, Stephen. That is absolutely correct. He was Egghead. Vincent Price, scariest scary guy ever. Okay. On this day in 1964, the Rolling Stones made their debut on the Ed Sullivan show. Ed Sullivan. But because the fans were so unruly, they were temporarily banned. The Ed Sullivan show was like freaking Facebook, for crying out loud. You can't be on our show because your fans are too noisy. Okay. But by the spring of that same year, they lifted the ban on the Rolling Stones, and the Rolling Stones were on Ed Sullivan quite a few times until they were banned yet again for Let's Spend the Night Together. They were told to change it to Let's Spend Some Time Together. But they considered Let's Spend the Night Together too racy, and they were permanently banned. That was in 1967. I don't think they ever appeared on Ed Sullivan again. I feel like the Rolling Stones. I wish I had their money and their fame. Wouldn't that be cool? No, maybe not. Bobby Fischer. Bobby Fischer in 1971 was the first American. You know who Bobby Fischer is, right? If I say Bobby Fischer, don't you automatically see a chessboard? He was the first American who qualified to be in the international chess tournament, and he won. Yeah, we had a chess champion in America, Bobby Fischer. What a guy. Roger Miller died today in 1992. It always sounds so funny when I say he died today. No, no, he didn't die today. He died on this date. There, that does it, right? He died on this date in 1992. He's the guy who did King of the Road. And interestingly, he, I believe, wrote Me and Bobby McGee. Yeah, I think so. Or he sang it, or both. I'm not sure. You thought he was a singer? Really? Well, there's Eddie Fisher, and there's a million Bobbies from the 60s. Yeah. King of the Road. It is a good song. It is a good song. So Bobby Riggs died in 1995 on this date in 1995. And we've talked about him a lot because remember I told you he's somebody I actually had lunch with. Yeah, he's the one who he was a tennis champion, like number one in the world for a couple of years or something. But as he got older, he said basically girls can't play. So he and Billie Jean King had a contest right before the tennis match. She gave him a lollipop because he was a sucker and a little toy piglet because he was, like nasty to women. And then she proceeded to just beat his butt. Yeah, for sure. Girls rule, boys drool. Yeah. 1969, 8 weeks. 8 weeks on the number one on the chart. Number one by the Archies, who were formed like based on the Archie Jughead comic, Betty, Veronica, the whole. Oh, I loved Betty and Veronica and Archie and Jughead. What was the name of the high school? What was the name of the high school? Hillsdale or something like that? Come on, help me out here. Where did Archie and Jughead and Veronica and Reggie, remember Reggie? Where did they all go to school? Come on, comic book fans, where are ya? The Archies. Anyway, the Archie song was dun 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 sugar sugar. And then this is for you kids like you, Lauren. In 1986, Bon Jovi had a number one song with "Slippery When Wet." Yeah. Oh well. Okay. Nobody's gonna tell me where the Archies went to high school. Come on, I know you know. Come on, you can do it. Where did Archie and Veronica? Where'd they go to school? Betty? Did we already talk about what's the guy name? No clue? Oh, come on. I think it was like Hillsdale or something like that. Okay, somebody, Ginny, you must know this. Come on, didn't you read Archie comics? Do you really? You got to meet John Bon Jovi? Wow. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Of course he was nice. He wanted you to buy his music. Okay, I guess there's no more comic book readers out there. I had favorites. I loved Archie, and I loved Richie Rich, and I loved Little Dot, and I loved come on, name some old-time comic books. Ridgeland High. Okay, maybe they lived in Hillsboro or Hillsdale or something like that. That could be. I don't know. Riverdale. Yes. Riverdale. That's it. That's it. Lauren, thank you. Don't you hate that when you know, but you don't know, but you know, but you know you don't know, but you know you do know. Little Lulu. Yes. Richie Rich. Ugh, so many good comic
Riverdale.
books. Yeah, we got it. So Lauren just told me. Indy just walked in. Indy was just hurrying in from the car with the groceries to tell me it was Riverdale. Riverdale High. Dun, 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 dun. All right, it's time, folks. It's time for the word art of today, and I love today's word art. You were born to be joyful and playful. So be it. Yeah, it's your birthright. It's your birthright. I mean, think about it. Watch a kid, just watch a baby just being alive. That's how I felt on my trip yesterday, by the way. Even driving home, not getting home until just before midnight, driving alone at night in the dark. Oh, and Waze took me on some crazy way I'd never gone before, where I was cut no freeways coming home. I mean, like this much of a freeway. 90% of it was just these roads through cities I'd never driven through before. And I just decided, go with it, babe. You got a full tank of gas and a loud radio. You can do this. I had such a good time. Joyful. It is not difficult to be joyful. And you don't need to have anything wonderful happen. All you have to do is just take a deep breath and notice something around you. I had so many experiences of pure joy yesterday. I can't even begin to tell you. Just looking at the sky or hearing some music or smelling the air or remembering where I was. You don't need a whole lot to be joyful or happy. Yeah. But they're your birthright. Go play. Go play and be joyful, joyful, joyful doing it. Easy, easy breezy. Yes, yes, yes. And amen to you guys. Ah, happy, happy, happy new week. Yes, happy new week. It's gonna be a doozy. I know it is. I'm getting my booster shot today. I'm getting my booster shot, so I may not be feeling too good tomorrow. Yeah, I heard it's kind of a kick in the butt, but it will keep me safe, and that's what I'm looking for. No arguments, no more conversation about it. I was born to be joyful and playful, and that's what I'm going to go do. And I hope you're going to do the same. And I'll see you tomorrow. Unless, of course, I can't get on Facebook at all. I'll be right here.